Get the show on the road.
Hello, everybody, and how do you do? Gonna rock, shock your body, good brother. Morning crew, rock, rock to the beat, y'all. Rock, rock to the beat, y'all. Hello, everybody, and how do you do? Gonna rock. You guys are supposed to clap. God, it's okay. You don't have to clap. Joe-Dawg Hallam here on Good Brother Morning. Rex, the Boot, Atkins, E-Z-E, Eric, Cairnie, my man. And today we are joined by a good friend of mine who I have known since probably 2005, 2006. And that
when
is,
was Holiday Hangover? That's the question.
Holiday Hangover, baby. That's right. And that is a local boy, too, close to Godrich, representing King Carden. That is our good friend, Mitch Corbett. How are you, Mitch?
What's on, boys? How are you doing?
You know, we're kicking butt. We're doing great. I'm rocking the old PWA shirt for you. It's even got cjb.net, which is not even a website address anymore, cjb.net. But this is a shirt.
That was the old PWA website?
Yeah, it was CJ Pure Wrestling.
The old, like, every wrestling company website was
that was the one where I'm pretty sure I sent Joe an email when I was in high school. It was like, hey, I want to do a documentary on professional wrestling. You know, I could probably get in the ring and wrestle for the documentary. And I got a reply like, you're an idiot, but yeah, come do the documentary, sir.
Joe said that to you?
Joe was the booker back then, apparently. You had to ask Joe to get booked.
I just said you got to be careful. But actually, Jeff Black did end up, I think he gave you a leg drop, and like he showed you the safe way to do it, and a splash and a couple things. And
yeah, and Eddie Osborne chopped the shit out of my back. Do you not remember that?
Eddie,
right.
Hopefully Eddie's listening, because if he is, he just said, I didn't do it. Because he always, it's been
an ongoing joke of ours for fucking years.
Yeah, he always denies it. Mitch has video evidence of him doing the back chop, and Eddie still, I didn't do it. It was seriously.
He's a back chop denier.
He's a bed chop. He's a back chop. God, it's so much more hard.
Working down to the bed shop.
Yeah, but I remember Jeff would he gave me some forearms, some chops. I don't know if he gave me a body slam. No, he didn't. He almost is going to, but
yeah, I remember. See, back in those days, it was still kind of kayfabe too. So there were some guys that kind of shit on you for making. Like, they were like, "Hey, man, you can't film this or you can't film that," and I was like, "What are you talking about? Let him film whatever. It's good exposure." I was like, "It's good exposure for us if he makes a documentary and releases it on YouTube or whatever." But
I remember specifically
like stuff in the back.
No, I don't.
I remember specifically. I was just doing like random footage and like with a camera and like. Spears was there, and this was before his first WWE run, and he just saw the camera and this went in the opposite direction of where the camera's pointing.
Oh, wow.
Like I could see the look in his eyes, like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, see, we were so used to like having to try to get somebody to film the show that for you to be there with camera, we were like, yeah, certainly film whatever, because then we have footage of the show. But that show, I'm pretty sure that show did get filmed, because was that Sean Spears and Elian? Or...
No, so the main event was Spears and Reggie.
Okay,
so that was when PD and Warhead had their thumbtack match.
Right, because you got it on the dock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that was actually a fucking wicked show. 2006, I want to say.
Yeah. It wasn't our first show in that venue. It was, it was pre-Elements. It was pre-Elements anyway. So, yeah,
was it?
It was was it the Polish club or the Polish hall
or the French club?
I think I can't remember. I can never remember if the French club was. It was wherever we ran. It was literally like Godrich was our first show, and then the second show was in this venue in Cambridge, and I don't remember if that was the Polish hall, because the French hall I'm pretty sure was the second one.
Okay. I thought I had the DVD somewhere, but I think
I'm like an old fuck who's like it was 1985? No, it was 1984. No, I work with this guy who's like 80. I don't know, he's 87 or something. Really super nice guy, but he'll be like. So whereabouts do you live? And I'll say, I live on East Street. And he'll go, East Street? Well, one time in the 60s, I went to Hawaii. And I'm like, what? And then he tells this big long story about, he'll be like, was it 64? No, it wasn't 64, because we had a Plymouth and we didn't have the Skylark yet. No, so it must have been 66. So he'll tell this 10-minute story. And then at the end, he goes, anyway, there was a guy there named Brian. He lived on East Street. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, it linked all back together. But there's this huge, big middle sequitur. It's like that. What is this stuff in the middle? Anyway, so
it's like a Jeff Black story, but it's got a finish.
That's where Joe gets all his stuff for his stand-up comedy.
Don't mention his stand-up comedy. He'll get mad.
The Polish. He was at the show I ran in King
I was just gonna say,
it was me, him, and then my mom went on stage. It was fucking ridiculous.
Joe, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take you on a little adventure to show Mitch. See, there's our poster, Mitch.
Jesus Christ.
That's our poster from the show. That
Open mic night. How?
Yeah, we did.
Failure of a comedy show that was.
No, it wasn't. Shit. It was good. They wanted us back, and it was a lot of fun. And that's all.
Joe, have you been doing comedy since 2005?
No. That one was only. Well, it was before you went. Left the province there, Mitch. So when was that? That was 3 years ago.
That was 3 years ago. So fucking. I think it was 2018.
Yeah,
I think.
Also, why did I think you lived in Port Coburn?
Who, me? Because I lived in Welland for a long time. Oh, okay. You'd always see me at the shows. That's why.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're a London boy.
The guy that
anyway, I'm a London boy. And it's fucking...
Back to the Delicious Polish Club. There was a old dude there that we used to call him touchy feely guy, because he'd be like, "Oh, I'm so glad when you guys come to the wrestling," and he would like rub your arm and stuff while he was talking to you. Oh yes, so good, so good.
I mean, that's better than stabby murder guy.
That's very true. Yeah. And his wife one time we like showed up. I had the ring on the truck, and Eddie wasn't there yet because we just happened to get there early. And so this lady was freaking out. She's like, "Where are you? Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is?" And I'm like, "I don't know, 9." And she's like, "I'm late for church. Where's my money? Where's my money?" And
what
we're like,
accent is this? You flipped like 2 different accents.
You can't say which one. You can't say which one, or else it's bad. But
I think she was faking it. Like, I think it wasn't even a real accent. Anyway, she's like, "Where's my money?" So then that was our rib to Eddie.
Again, another accent. What the?
So whenever we,
where's my money, man?
Are you just doing every stereotype that you know?
Hey, it's a gridlock, man.
Where's my fucking money?
Right, where's my money, eh? Where is it? Are you having a laugh? Anyway, so then me and Jeff and Geza and Reggie, we would sing, "Hey, Eddie, baby, you got my money," because the lady was like, "Where's my money?"
Was the lady good looking?
No, she was the touchy-feely guy's, wife or whatever. She's like, "Where? What?"
She sounds like she's short.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Drag Me to Hell?
We live it every week with Joe.
Oh, okay.
I think I have, actually.
Well, then the woman that Joe is describing is the old lady that puts the curse on the chick.
Yeah, that was the movie. Yeah, that's who I'm picturing.
The stereotype is like the bandana and like a little short around.
Yeah, that's who I'm picturing. She had a handbag with her.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah. So me and Mitch have done some open nights, and then you're trying to get some stuff going in London, but it's kind of hard with the lockdowns and everything right now.
So like I've gotten involved with the scene here, and they got 2 open mics for going on right now, but I'm trying to get like a semi-regular show done down at Forked River Brewery because they have a sweet setup with all the barrels in the background, so it just makes for an awesome background.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, see, what you got to do, okay, I'll let you know a little secret, is what you got to do is when you talk to the whoever, the regulatory body that's like, "Oh, you tell them that laughter is the best medicine. So if anybody gets COVID, send them to the comedy club. Laughter is the best medicine. It'll cure them."
Yeah, send them to the comedy club and spread the virus.
It's the best medicine, Eric.
Oh.
I think medicine is the best medicine.
Send cancer patients then if it's the best medicine.
Yeah, you're like, "Here, I'll tell you a joke," and then you'll actually. Mitch,
are you trying to pull like a Patch Adams or bullshit here? Like, what the fuck?
No, I'm ripping off Bo Burnham. Mitch and I are both huge Bo Burnham fans, and in his recent special, he said, "Hey, if you're ever feeling sick, call me up. I'll tell you a joke," and you won't.
It's a great special.
Yeah.
You guys should do a comedy show for cancer patients then.
I wanted to rip off one of his lines for a promo, but Eddie wouldn't let me do it.
I know which one it was. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Or can I guess which one it is?
Okay,
I think it was I'm offensive and creative like handicap porn.
That's the one. Yeah.
And I also I wanted to rip a Bo Burnham off for you when I was doing commentary. Because I almost said Eddie, same thing. He squashed it, but I wanted to say, "Eric is like a gay sea otter. He blows other dudes out of the water." He wouldn't let me.
Oh, that's way funnier than the one I wanted to do.
Hey, Joe, you just remember, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
That's true.
So you just got to put it in there.
Yeah, we'll edit it out in post. It'll be fine. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, editing out in post in independent wrestling is not a thing that really happens. So, you
that's
leave
true,
it in.
Yeah, that's true.
It's more work that way.
Bo Burnham, go check him out. He's got a lot of good. There's I like the I met a girl in an I fucked a girl in an apple orchard, and came in cider.
Oh,
it's not his joke. Apple. That's not even his joke.
Yeah, no, it's not even.
That's Tommy Tiernan's joke.
I know, but it's in a song. It's
the cider. It's a song, so it's not okay.
Yeah,
God, that's all Bo Burnham's songs are. It's just long jokes.
They're very good. Yeah.
or multiple jokes within a 3-minute song. Rex is doing the John Green right now.
Yeah, Rex isn't happy because Bo had a thing about Joe Rogan on. I'm pretty sure on his new special.
He did?
I don't think.
I think
so.
He said.
I didn't see that.
One of Joe Rogan's buddies was like, "Oh, this Bo Burnham guy's not funny. He just sings songs. It's not funny or whatever." So.
Was it Brendan Schaub?
I don't know who it was, but he shit on him and he shit on Amy Schumer. He said,
"Hey, you can't say he. You don't even know who it was."
Well, I can look it up.
And you're using the reference of he's Joe Rogan's buddy.
No, but wait a minute. Since we shit the bed when we had O'Reilly and Darko on because we did it on Saturday or Sunday, and that was the fight. Yeah. Now we know the outcome of the Floyd Mayweather fight. Let's talk about that. Did you watch the fight, Mitch?
I watched the highlights. Yeah. I ain't paying money for that shit. Are you kidding me?
I only watched a couple clips. And it looked like Mayweather knocked that motherfucker out.
No.
And held him up.
No, Logan Paul won.
I hate you, Joe. I hate you with a passion that burns like gonorrhea.
The shape that Logan Paul came in for that fight was fucking awesome. He's ripped to shit.
Well, yeah, he had 30 pounds on him in a 6-inch reach.
Did you guys? I watched his training video, the one he posted, where he's just doing like a. And like a light jab, and I'm like, he's gonna get fucking killed. I thought he was gonna actually die. I really thought he was gonna get murdered. But when you face a 44-year-old man who just doesn't give a shit and wants the money, he's not gonna go full force.
Yeah, but Floyd Mayweather beat Big Show, so I mean, if he can beat Big Show, he can beat.
Yeah, with brass knucks, Joe. Okay, if we're gonna kayfabe this shit.
That's true. In a chair.
My favorite thing about the fight was all the people complaining after that they spent money on it. It's like, motherfucker, you're a stupid person for spending your money on that. You didn't think like this is a bad investment. Why would I spend $50 on this?
If Logan Paul wanted to really like rock the heel gimmick where everybody hated him, he should have wore that.
Can we see this?
No, that's not. He doesn't carry him. He's just CP. He's like, you're good.
No, just watch.
Okay, so we got boop.
Boom.
And then that was a horrible punch.
Grabs him. He's falling. He holds him up.
I don't think he was out.
I think he was done. Whoa, my God.
No, what happened is he swung and he overswung and fell over. He wasn't knocked out or anything.
Yeah, he's fine. Anyway, Logan Paul should have wore his green alien hat that he wore in that video that got him banned like on YouTube and shit. And that would have put him over as a heel.
Are you talking about China? Let's talk about China.
Oh no!
He should have showed up wearing Floyd Mayweather's hat that they stole. That would have been great.
True.
Oh, that would have been way funnier.
I think he got his hat back.
See, I kept mixing him up with Jake Paul because I'm pretty sure Jake Paul, I don't know if he's undefeated, but I mean he's had some boxing.
So I'm more interested in the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight because Tyron Woodley can actually box.
He's going to fight Shailene Woodley for the girl from the He's Runner or whatever it's called.
He's not going to fight Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I thought that's too. Okay.
No, Tyron Woodley is a former UFC welterweight champion who's going to fight Jake Paul.
Okay.
Can I just tell you that I don't even know who these Paul brothers are? Why are they so famous?
Every time I hear Paul Logan, I think
they're kind of the ones that started like Twitch and YouTube sort of streaming sort of thing.
They started Twitch?
No, they're the first ones to get popular off of it sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a big time YouTuber, like big time. He made a bunch of videos, and then he kind of got in a lot of trouble because he went to the like Chinese suicide forest or whatever, where people in China go and hang themselves in the fucking.
There's
forest.
a Chinese suicide forest. Why don't we have that in North America?
We probably do.
Hey, that's hashtag Asian hate. Eric wants Asian people to kill themselves in the forest.
No, for
we need to set up more of these forests
for
just losers.
For all Canadians.
Sorry, so we're talking about forests and death. Like, how many people do you think gotten eaten by bears in Muskoka or Algonquin there? Because I'm gonna say it's 7. No one, because I feel like
that's just my go-to number.
7.
7. I'm hoping to win 70 million tonight.
Yeah, me too.
I heard my wife bought a ticket there, so I mean,
we can't have the 70 million, guys.
Well, but if one of us, we could.
How much money would you invest in your wrestling promotion, Eric? When you won 70 million, or would you get?
I was just gonna say, if I win, wait till you see my background here. It's gonna be fucking.
Lots of
background. You're never gonna see me again if I win 70 million.
Oh,
peace.
I'll still podcast with you guys, but I'll just be throwing money around and not listening to you the whole time.
Eric's just like on a beach or on a yacht.
Are you
Saudi
kidding?
Arabia.
If Rex wins $70 million tonight, he's dead within 24 hours.
That's not true.
He quit drinking. We talked about it on my podcast. Yeah. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
I know, but
everybody quits drinking until they have $70 million.
And that's
or $70.
Cocaine, more energy to do stuff.
That's a lot of booger sugar right there. That's 70 million. That's a lot of, oh my god!
So with that, you could just take the powder, throw up in the air, and just try and sniff as it falls down on you. Sort of thing.
Like it's snowing.
I don't think if I had that much money, I would feel compelled to drink as much. I think I drink because I'm always broke.
You'd be like, I'm going to drink rhino blood because I'm rich now.
I don't have that feeling.
I think I would be too preoccupied with what I'm doing with my money to care about like partying.
But what would you do with your money? You'd have too much money to do anything.
Like Scrooge McDuck.
He's just got a vault that he just dives into.
This is my money burning pit.
I always thought what you should do is build a mansion like underneath your regular house, so that people from the outside just see a regular house, but that's just like the entranceway to get in. Then nobody knows you're super rich. They're not coming to your house like, can I have some money?
Everyone's gonna know you're rich. It's like public.
They have to know you're rich. Yeah.
Can I wear a mask or something? And
no.
Did you hear about the lady who won? I don't know, a couple million or something in the lottery. This is a true story. She won it on a ticket or whatever, won a couple million. Then like a few months later, she was in a convenience store, decided to buy another ticket. And a guy said, hey, I saw you on the news. I heard you're really rich. I'm going through a lot of like really rough times. Do you think you can lend me like, $50, $100? And the lady goes, no, but here, you can take my lottery ticket that I just bought. And that ticket won like $300,000. And she was like, can I have that money back? And he's like, no, you gave me the ticket.
For it back?
She wanted some of it back. Yeah. She's like, yeah, like I've lent all these people money.
What a greedy bitch.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to use another word for that.
What?
Oh,
no, we can't say it.
Whore?
You can, I would say Jay Chung's podcast. See you next Tuesday, right?
No, it's a type of giver.
Oh yeah. You can't say that.
No, you can't.
No.
A giver.
Really? You guys don't get it?
You don't know? Come on.
Let me give you a hint. 215.
No, that's not funny, Rex.
215.
Hey,
Mitch, let me give you another hint. Can I borrow a cigarette?
That used to be a normal thing back when I was in school.
Do you guys still not get it?
Yeah, I was a good kid when I was in school, so I may not get all those.
It's a native.
See, sometimes these sayings you don't even know they're racist until you're like, oh, is that what that means?
Until you're getting beat up in a mall.
Yeah.
As a kid, I didn't know that was racist.
I had no idea that when you say the term "Jew you down," like, oh, you hear the guy, I Jewed him down $100. I had no idea that was until somebody. Here's what happened. Somebody like
it literally has Jew in it.
I know, but I didn't know that it was. I thought it was like.
But he was young and he was like Monty Python is great.
Yeah, I thought it was like chewed them down, like they chewed right, like a beaver or something. Right? Like,
Joe's just running around using like porch monkey.
Beaver
regular.
Beavers like chew down trees, right?
No, what are you guys talking about? That's not a bad thing.
And then I had a friend who was at a lawyer and said, "Yeah, like this guy chewed me down," and the lawyer was like, I'm Jewish. And they were like, so? What does that mean? And they're like, that's offensive to Jewish people. And they're like, oh, Jewed them down. Oh. And then that's when they told me. And I was like, oh, shit. So anyway, I apologize if I've ever used that sentence, not knowing that it meant anything.
As a kid, I did not know Indian giver was racist. But once I found out as I was older, I've never used it again until this podcast right now.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the thing about that expression is Indians didn't really give a lot of things to Europeans. Like they act like that expression is implying that they were like, yeah, you can have the land, it's cool, and then eventually they're like, hey, can we have it back? That's not what happened. They were, there was terrible events that happened where their land was stolen from them. And then they're like, can we have it back? And they're like, oh, look at these fucking guys. So really, it's not a very accurate term is what I'm saying.
Well, that's the explanation. Yeah.
That sounded more like a Rex-explanation, but it was Joe.
It was Joe.
Anyway,
man.
Maybe I just educated someone on the, J-worded you down. So maybe
you educated me. I've never.
Somebody would be like, oh wow, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Well, it's weird because you and I come from Grey Bruce County, where it's primarily white, and I remember the first time I saw a black person in Kincardine, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know we had one of those here in Kincardine. I was like, that's how white my hometown was.
Yeah, and it's not that we made it that way. It's not like we have a.
Did you just play the laugh?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not like we have a
but the first time I
sign.
went to college and I actually got cultured and everything and met other people from other backgrounds, it was like, holy shit, eyes wide open. Then I joined cruise ships and holy shit, that was that even more so.
Yeah, it's not like we have a sign in our county that says you must be at least this white to enter. That's just how it happened. It's not that we don't.
This is getting out of control. I want to go back to Mitch. What did you say? You joined cruise ships?
Yeah, I worked on cruise ships for fucking 8 years.
And it was awesome.
That's the coolest job ever. How did we not start with that?
Well, I mean, other than you're away.
That and flight attendant, I feel like best jobs of all time.
Yeah, but you're away from your family a lot, Mitch. I'm sure you probably missed
some
people. Not really.
I mean,
no.
You could always Zoom them. You could always Zoom your family.
Well, no, because the Wi-Fi is so shit there. I mean,
what were you doing?
What do you guys want to know about it?
What were you doing?
I was a video producer.
For just for one cruise line or multiple?
So for one cruise line, and then I did 8 contracts. So it was 8 contracts of 6 months apiece. So I'd be gone for 6 months, come back for 2, then go for another 6 months sort of thing.
So you just film all the rich white people on the boat and then say you want a video of you?
Not one of the richest cruise lines. So it was more some rich people and then some poor people all on tour. I saw a fucking
Titanic
out on a bus. This fucking dude, you can't do it now, but this dude was fucking arguing with this chick and he was like, you slut, and she's like, you pig, and then he spit on her. And
wow.
It was I'm just gonna sit in the back and let this play out. I am not risking my life.
You pull out the camera, you're like, let's have a.
Yeah, there's no TMZ for Ship Life, unfortunately.
So when you did all this, was this all for their own production so they could do commercials and shit like that?
So they had a collector's DVD they could purchase at the end of the cruise. So what my job would be to go on all the cruise ship tours with the passengers, make a mini documentary, and then as a souvenir they could purchase this DVD if they wanted. So it was part video producer and part salesman sort of thing.
So you got paid to go on cruises is what you're telling me?
Yeah, I got paid American money, bitch.
That is amazing.
So I came back from my first contract. I came back with a stack of this big, full of $4,500 American, just walking through the airport, I thought
just thinking you're hot shit. Yeah, here we go. You're slashing the money, and then I got robbed. So
no, I went straight from the airport into my dad's car and got the fuck out of Dodge.
That's amazing.
So would you just not have a home then because you're gone so long? What's the point of having an apartment?
So I would just I would just stay at my mom and dad's place, but I'd come home and then I'd just board a car and go to Niagara or Toronto and just kind of just do whatever the fuck I want because I had money.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a wicked job.
Eric's like, where do I sign?
Honestly, I feel like that and flight attendant, the greatest jobs ever.
Christina going on a cruise 6 months. Bye.
I'll send you pictures.
She'd be so mad.
Well, I mean, the one thing that you could do
have a new
is
guy
honestly, because they do hire a seasonal staff. So if you want to do and take care of kids and work in their
nope
as a seasonal staff, that would be the job to do, sort of thing. And you'd just be doing it for 2 weeks, sort of thing.
And were your cruises all Caribbean cruises?
No, so I went around the world. I've been to New Zealand, Australia, Russia, Norway, Sweden.
My life sucks.
What
the?
Yeah, Eric, if you got that job, you could stop and wrestle at those ports on weekends.
No, but
except the production quality would be terrible.
Sort of thing. You're always you're only there for 8 hours a day. It sounds glorious, but you're working 10-hour days, and then you might get a day off maybe once every 2 months, during 6 months. So like,
but was all your food and drinks and everything paid for because they were bringing you on?
Food and rent were paid. So you live in like a bunk sort of cabin sort of thing with a roommate. So like I was lucky I had some pretty good roommates. And I had one who was an Indian dude named Raj who fucking snored like a freight train. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a room with someone that snores so loud that you're like wanting to kill someone. But I was this close. I had the pillow ready to go. Like, just it'll be best for all. But that was the only time. But yeah, like alcohol, like it would just be like I'm glad I did it in my 20s because like my liver is probably severely damaged from it from all the drinking we did after shit. Like
nice.
Like a beer was only $1.75.
Oh, Rex, we need to go on a cruise.
Well,
you need to work on a cruise.
Yeah, that too.
I don't want to go on a cruise.
Rex, do you think that you could maybe get like one more plug in that plug hole beside you there? Like maybe like just maybe like one
right more. Directly behind you.
Oh, probably. I got another splitter. I could probably put more things in there. In our next segment, how many plugs can Rex plug in?
Before the house sets on fire.
I'll dial 9-1 and then you try to.
I'm looking through your background here, there, Mitch. Okay, it's Arn Anderson. I didn't know who was there. Yeah, you got the Undisputed Championship. You're a Colorado fan, clearly.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite belts. Is that
Joe Sakic? He's my boy. Love him.
Yeah, fucking Sakic's the man.
Yeah.
Jordan. Michael Jordan.
So I actually got that belt signed by Foley, Steamboat, and Flair right now.
Steamboat.
Oh, cool.
Wow. That's
good. And Foley signed it. He saw that Flair had put 16 times, so he just put 2 times.
That's awesome.
Or maybe it was 3 times. I think he might have actually included the did he win the TNA title? Yeah, so it'd be 2-time champion, right? Once with WWE and
he won the TNA championship.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He had that match with Sting, I think. Remember the cage match, and he beat Sting for it. I think I'm not sure.
Seems about right for TNA. Yeah.
Yeah. Back in those weird times.
Yeah, that's pretty good. The Undisputed Championship. That's wicked.
And have you ever dunked that Raptors net?
Oh, so like this thing's fucking so old. Like that's like you might see it's white, but it's actually all yellow. Me and my brother would play on this thing, all like games, like full contact basketball games in our bedroom when we were super young. So,
speaking of basketball, this Sunday.
Oh, good segue.
Yeah,
nice.
We got a one-on-one game, Eric and I.
We do
to 10. I think it's going to be a breeze.
When was the last time that either of you did anything athletic?
This past Sunday
COVID.
So this Sunday we'll be playing basketball one-on-one. You can see that on Holden Albright's YouTube. We'll post the link close to the date, but that's going to be June 13th. Mitch, you have a brand new podcast, and I was on this podcast. It was a lot of fun. What's the name of that one again? Hello.
It's called Hello. How are you today?
Right. Okay. And who have you out on so far?
I had you, Justin Sane. I had Emily Tuff and George Mitri, who are animators on Final Space, and my friend who's a chef, Olivia Hinchberger.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Where can people find
Rachel Holman?
Everybody Holman.
Yeah. What?
You should have Rachel Holman, the curler.
I've interviewed Rachel Holman before.
I know. That's why you should have her on your podcast.
She did not seem too kind to the interview. That
really, yeah, she's very just play the game and she's pretty.
What does she do?
She's a curler, and she's
then? Does that mean that she's
no Rex? It doesn't.
Okay, well, I'm just saying sometimes those are a little.
But it's not.
Sometimes they are a little.
It's funny you bring up curling because that's one of my key jokes from stand-up comedy. Actually,
it's funny you bring up eating pussy because
he got it in. Fucking got it in.
No, she has a baby and a husband, and not that there's anything wrong with not. But
let's do something different today. Joe, where can everybody find you on social media?
Why is this a trick?
Believe me, the first thought in my head was I should mute him. But
it's at MildThingJoe98 on Instagram, at MildThingJoe98, and then Joe-Dawg Hallam on Facebook, and then bonfire.com. Hold on.
Joe promo. Backslash Joe promo.
But I want to get to my question.
Bonfire. When was the last time Joe promo? Yeah, sorry.
When was the last time you, Rex, and Izzy did anything athletic? And you're just are we gonna see a Tom Segura thing where someone just?
I'll tell you. I can tell you. The last time Rex and I did anything athletic together, he bitched out and we ended the match early because he was gassed and couldn't feel his legs.
Rex, how do you respond?
That was the last time. So I'm thinking going into the basketball game, I would imagine by the 5-minute mark, Rex cannot feel his legs anymore, and I'll just be shooting free throws to win the game.
Okay, but have you guys seen the Tom Segura Bert Kreischer?
Yeah, I saw him break his leg and his arm and everything all
Yeah, I feel like that's a very real scenario that may happen.
Apparently, Christina P just did the same thing. Tom Segura's wife. She just posted that she dislocated her ankle and broke her whatever, and she said, yes, in case you're wondering, it was when I was attempting to dunk.
Yeah, right. That's a lie.
I'm going to bring it up.
That's a lie. There's no way.
Yeah, definitely. That's a work.
Eric,
it might be, but...
Well, he's looking that up. Where can everybody find you on social media? Come on, get your plugs in.
Oh, man. Instagram and Twitter are both Easy Eric Cairnie, and Facebook is just Eric Cairnie. Cairnie. She's actually in a hospital bed on a stretcher.
Here's the caption. It says, shows are canceled this week and for about the next 6 weeks. It sounds crazy, but in this household, we fall hard. I fractured my fibula in 2 places, dislocated my ankle. No, it's not on video, but yes, I was trying to dunk. Surgery went well, resting up.
So do you guys have like a safety net, someone that has 911 dialed on your phone?
Yeah, I'm just saying, if Tom Segura and Christina P can both hurt themselves playing basketball, you guys might want to be careful.
Oh, we know how to fall.
Yeah, we're professional wrestlers, Joe.
Never thought of that. That's true.
When was the last time you fell?
I fall every day.
It's been a long time. But I fell off a ladder once at work, and wrestling saved my life. I went directly through a computer, but I
was going to say, when you fall off ladders in wrestling, you don't usually fall well. So why would you fall off a ladder?
No, I break, fall, everything.
Just he's like in his head, tuck your chin, tuck your chin.
I was okay. The computer was destroyed.
Did anybody go, he's seat up?
No, but my manager at the time couldn't breathe for laughing so hard. Couldn't even check to see if I was okay. Thought he was going to die right there on the spot. About 25 minutes of hysterics.
He probably thought you did it on purpose.
You were perfectly fine after this fall?
Yeah. So my old boss kept a whole bunch of like old shit from when his dad owned the place. And we were cleaning out the rafters, and one of the things I pulled down was a Commodore 64.
Oh,
yeah! So it was on the ground. I'm standing there trying to get stuff out of the rafters. The ladder kicked out, and it was just instinct to break fall, and I went right through the Commodore 64.
When you say that, I just think of that Rick and Morty scene where Morty's playing Roy in the carpet store.
If you were up on such a good show.
If you were up on a ladder pulling stuff down, I would say do a flip.
Well, I mean, we already weren't. I was following ladder safety. I was too high. I shouldn't have been where I not
on edibles or
no, not high. I was past the rung you were supposed to really be on.
Correct, everybody. That was
and then it kicked out, and that saved my life. And no paperwork was done up, and my manager probably couldn't breathe for 10 minutes.
You should keep that. You should put that on. Add that clip to the board of Eric saying, "I was too high," and then whatever he's telling it, we just play that. I was too high.
Anytime he tells a story, I was high.
Yeah, I was.
Well, I heard you were coming on, so I took edibles before the episode. So
they haven't kicked in.
He always
yet.
checks to see.
Yeah, they haven't kicked in yet. I check to see who's on, and if it's somebody that I need to be professional around, I don't take as many edibles.
But since you know us,
not around me. Fuck
yeah, Mitch knows us, and he knows, Yeah.
All right. So like the last time I saw, me and Joe have gone back and done a comedy show. The last time I saw Easy was like at a show, and he was dealing with audio equipment, and he didn't have time to shake my hand. But the time before that was at a strip club in Kitchener. with Eddie and Jeff.
Wow.
Damn it.
And then I was telling this story with Rex on my podcast, or maybe not on the story portion of it, but he knew exactly the strip club in Kitchener.
Yeah, Roxy's.
Roxanne's, yeah. As soon as he brought it up, he's like, "Yeah, it was this weird one where like the private dancers are actually in front of everyone." I'm like, "Oh yeah, Roxanne's, yeah."
Yeah. Terrible.
Mitch, where can everybody find you on social media, buddy?
Everything's at NeverFullMitchie on Instagram and Twitter are those things. And the podcast, Hello, How Are You Today, is available on Spotify, and I use Anchor, so it should be available most places.
Beautiful.
And is that where you're advertising any upcoming comedy shows you're doing?
Well, comedy shows are kind of postponed until like late July or like early July, because I mean, the bars are open or going to be opening, but like to do a comedy show, you need fucking an audience, and there's no audience. The sad thing about having like a comedy scene in London is that, like, you know, with this whole pandemic, people want to go out, but they're afraid to go out. So like you're just doing jokes in front of a bunch of comedians, and it's just confusing because you're like, I thought that was funny, and they're just like worried about their own material. Like I've heard the same joke from the same comedians probably 60 times already now.
Holy
it's
shit.
The worst thing in the world, because I bring my wife with me, and she's like, if I had to hear that fucking joke again, I swear to God.
All right. Well, then when comedy opens up, then you can advertise it on those social media outlets so everybody can find it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the idea. Fucking, I want to do more comedy. Like the main spots in London are Poachers on Mondays and the Fox and the Fiddle on Wednesday nights. So those are the open mics that happen in London. And I said Joe is going to hopefully come up for a few of those too.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
The Fox and the Fiddle, it's like literally right as you're coming into London. It's like right like across from the Sport Check and stuff. So it's a pretty easy spot to find.
No, this is the one downtown.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize there was two. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that's attached to the mall downtown.
Oh, cool. Well, then there's lots of people around, and yeah,
All
so
right, well,
it's going to be good. It's going to be good once, we'll see. I mean, there's never going to be live wrestling shows, but there might be comedy shows.
Shut up, Joe.
You're
Thanks
so
for coming
stupid.
on, Mitch. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right,
Appreciate
we'll
it,
see you guys
guys.
tomorrow
Cheers.
morning.
Oh, for the love of
fucking suck.
put a piece of tape on the.
Joe, there's multiple. Okay, I'm not even going to explain it to you, okay? Because this is, you're just too stupid to understand.
I'm too
Okay?
stupid.
Yeah. I'll give you the board one day, and we'll see how it goes.
I'll just
Son
say,
of a
oh yeah,
bitch.
over and over again.
Play the outro.
Try.